welcome back. Here we are out in the workshop. So I don't know if you remember this one. This is a GL400. Looks like a CX500, but it's not. It's an import from somewhere. I ain't got a clue where, can't remember, but yeah, so it's been stashed away for a bit with things going on. Summertime coming, I thought, you know what, let's drag this back out. I've bought some bits for it. If you remember from the other video, it came with that wooden seat that was up there. It did have a wooden seat. So what we're planning on doing is sorting all this out with some new toys. So what we did is we bought ourselves an anti-gravity battery, and with these old Reg Recs, apparently the voltage they put out to charge the battery can be too high for the anti-gravity, so that it can kill it basically. So I had to buy a new Reg Rec. This is from Rick's Electrics. Hang on, I've got the box here. Rick's Motorsports Electrics. So yeah, I spent a little bit of money there, and this will all hide under the seat nicely. We'll get all this tidied up, and then we can start forming the fiberglass hump for the Caferacer look. Yeah. Also, I'm not sure. I dropped it. I dropped the bike trying to get it off the ramp last time, and I ended up smashing the gauge, which was a bit of a nightmare, but I have got a replacement, and it came with a clock that is in miles an hour. And since I'm in the UK, I might put that on as well. So that's kind of our plans for this video. Replace the clocks. Sort out the blue and yellow. Lots of blue, lots of yellow. Let's get to it. Right, so before I go changing anything, I'm going to check that the engine actually runs as is. So I've put everything kind of back together. That battery just chucked up on there. Going to use a little bit of starter fluid and see if we can get it to kind of start. We've got lights, which is good. Just chuck a bit of carb cleaner on each one and see what happens. Sparks. Oh, there we go. Wants to go. Kind of wants to go. I seem to remember when I bought this, the guy said it had a problem on the left side, which I've got to kind of look at, but hey ho. Nah, it's running. Right, so we know it runs. We can have a look at the left side later. It's alright. These things are bothering me so much. I've kind of procrastinated, taking them off. The idea of syncing and balancing carbs and stuff like that, just been a pain in the ass. And to top it all off, finding like there we go, VB 38B service kit. Non-existent, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. But at the end of the day, I've narrowed it down to the fact that they aren't working. I've got spark at the cylinder, I've got compression at the cylinder. The right hand side one That's it. Let's do it from the bike side. So the right hand side one, fine. The bike runs on just on the right cylinder. You know, it will run. You can pull the left plug, but the left hand side, nothing. That's that one. So I'm going to take it apart, see what happens, see what's there. I'm going to take both of them apart, even though I know this one's working. Maybe that will show me what's wrong. So let's get into it. I now know that the carb was getting fuel to it because it's all over the side when I took the bowl off. So the float needle and the float seems to be working because this was full of fuel, which was lovely, and it stinks in here now. So what I'm going to do now is try and take these needles out. I can't remember which one's which one, if that's the idle and that's the whatever. I'm going to take them all out and see what kind of state they're in. Let's see why I'm getting no fuel to my spark. Let's have a look. A little way into this teardown, and I am truly out of my depth. I've done a couple of carbs, but I've not done something like this. I took this out expecting there to be a diaphragm there. That just, I don't know. This, I don't know. So this is, I think this is an air cut-off thing, but I'm not sure. That looks quite badly perished. It actually kind of looks a bit like it's got silver paint on it. I've taken all the jets out and that. This one is blocked. This one. That one doesn't look too bad. I can't remember that one. But anyway, so there's a few bits here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and clean out some of the airways through here and there, and just give it a general clean, put it back together and see if that works. As I say, that carb works, so that's good. But I may just end up ordering a rebuild kit for it if I can find one to match the number. This is the problem. If I could find one to match that number, I would just order it. I would just rebuild the carbs and it would be done. But I don't know how things are going. So I might just have to order one that's a similar number and hope it fits. We'll see. So just for my reference more than anything else, 1, 2, 3 holes there. 1, 2, 3. That's how they come out. So when I strip these down, clean them on over, then they go back. The jet in this one is, let's have a look. Can't see a size on that one. Oh, there it is. It's there. It's there. Just can't focus on it. Might have to read that off camera. That is a 110. This one here is a something 5. I don't know. Let's have a look. I'm getting old. No, I can't read what that is. But just so I know that the 110 is in there. Blah, 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 blah. And just so we know, what size is that? That's a... That one's a bit easier to read. 38. That's a 38. That one's so clear you might even be able to pick that up. Ooh, 38, look at that. So yeah, carbs, nightmare. Decided to strip the right hand side carb down and then soak the whole unit because I've got to go away for work for a couple of days, so I thought I'd just throw it in a soak. And I've taken a couple of bits off and I've already noticed a couple of differences. Now if you look, that's the top of the carb that's not working. Look how much stiffer the spring is on the one that is working. So, wondering if that's an issue. And then also, when I took this apart, see here, on this one there's looks like a bung. Wasn't on the other one. Again, this carb is the one that was working. Is that a thing? No other real issues found on this strip down, apart from, as I said, that rubber bung there and the height in the spring. Did find this though. This is always nice. Look, that's been broken off. Don't know what they've used to weld that back on, but yeah, well, 30-odd-year-old bike. It's going to have issues in it. So I'm going to see if I can soak that, as I say, for a few days and order some parts. Try and find what that is. Get replacement springs. Blah 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 blah. Soaking the carbs using the screwdriver. I hold the butterfly at the back open just because there's a bit of residue there. So I'm just going to leave them soaking in that. That is Carburetor. There we go. That's what I'm using. Got everything left, right. Order some spares. I'm off to Wales. And that'll hopefully be there when I get back. Bye. There has been some post. So we have some Carburetor stuff here. I ordered a carb service kit online. That come with its own issues. That's the air cut off, and that's what the original one looked like. So that didn't fit. So I've ordered that one there, 2 of them, but everything else looks okay. So we're gonna start getting that carb back together. Those springs apparently in the vacuum, the throttle vacuum, yeah, that one there. Finding them is hard work. So that's something I'm going to have to look into for the future. But for now, I'm going to rebuild it and address everything apart from the springs, and see if we can just get it running on both cylinders. That'd be a win. So let's do it. There we go. So everything's been ultrasonically cleaned. You can see we've got shiny new jets, new adjusters on each side. They've got the rubber bung in each side. New gasket will go on, and we'll get this side all knocked together. Hopefully we can get this started. Fingers crossed. Right, so the carburetor's rebuilt. They're on. I didn't show you me putting them on because that was just me swearing at bits of rubber. So carburetors are on. As you've seen, we've rebuilt them. So everything is reconnected. Still got all the original electrics intact. So only thing we've changed so far is the carburetors. So let's do a start. Let's see if it starts. Let's see what happens. Let's put you on a stand and see how that goes. Right, there you go. I hope you can see that. Battery connected. It's all loose. Again, it's all back to loose, but carburetors. I've run the fuel line from the ceiling. That's all coming through. Let's see. Oh, let's turn it to run. I think that's idling a little too high. Maybe we'll take that screw in a bit underneath. But that's running. Should we just do it again? Fuck it, it's Friday night. Holy shit. Yeah, so that's got, wow, it's amazing what clean jets and that will do, isn't it? Maybe wind that idle in a little bit and take it from there. So we stripped the carbs down. We got them running. Unfortunately, I do have a little fuel leak from there. I've run it a couple of times. I've hit it with a screwdriver handle, but I still have a drip. So I've got to sort that out, but the bike is running. That's still in its original electric format. So I'm probably going to wrap this video up here for now. I have got the brakes all repainted, all stripped, repainted, and a rebuild kit up there to get all that done. I've also got to redo the brakes on the Goldwing this weekend, so that's another job. But now we can start really getting into it. Cutting some wire, playing with some fiberglass, replacing the clocks, blah 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 blah, and get it running. Get out in the sun. Love it.